Yeah. What's up? How you guys doing? It's been a while, oh. It's been a while. A really. Is it short while or long while now? How do I put it? Well, it's been a while, Sha. Either ways. It's been a while. Yeah, let me wait for people to join to get my notification and join. People are on my WhatsApp. They're killing me with message. Yeah, somebody's here. So let's start with that. Can you hear me? Am I loud and clear? Am I audible? I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back, and I'm back, and I'm back, and I'm back, and back. I beg as I just the gem when I dey click on the like, oh, make this thing, because again, it dey frustrate person, oh, to do live, and nobody dey click on the live, it dey frustrate person. So more I dey click on the live. And all those things need to motivate me to do live. Oh. Yes, so please get to the comment section. Tell me if my audio is clear, if you hear me well, if I'm loud, I'm audible in this wet Lagos afternoon. It's not money anymore. It's wet Lagos afternoon. Man, one of my TV pack up. Oh. Hey, see my children, they panic. I just dey laugh. I just dey laugh. They're like, they don't understand. Even the kind papa will raise me, the kind stepdad will raise me, and I raise them. If for they different, but who cares? Who cares? TV, not electronics. I don't even get anything to blame them on. I've not been stable, Sha. That's the reason why I've not been doing. Oh, see, Rafael Benitez. Oh. I've not been stable. That's why I've not been doing live. My wife is under the weather. I've been running around, and then a friend of mine was involved in a very terrible accident. So you have to turn up now. You have to show up. I was, helping to do school runs in the morning for my friends' children and my own children as well, and then running to the hospital and doing a whole lot of back and forth. But he's all good, stable, and hopefully he'll be fine. Yeah. So how you guys doing? How have you guys been enjoying the World Cup? Yeah, thank God that the World Cup matches are played at night over here. Like, because after all the running around, I still get time to watch the games and then talk. So today I have specifics that I want to focus on. Sometimes we just do general talk, and in the course of this live, the general talk will come in because people ask questions, I would have to answer. But there are specific guys. I know that you were not many, were seven, but having seven people having one like is also not good. Eight people one like it's not good. Click on the like. It's part of what YouTube live stream is all about. Unless una not like the channel or una they beef the channel or una they hate the channel. And then let me also say congratulations to Manchester United, even though we're in World Cup season and it's supposed to be about football for national team. But congratulations to Manchester United, their coaches, their management, their fans, their players, and everybody. What is my reason? Manchester United have secured full hold of the land next to Old Trafford to build their new Trafford, where they would have 100,000 capacity stadium. That is massive progress, whether you like it or not. Now, I when I think about this, my mind go back to the price tag that they put on Man United. That if anybody wants to buy, is 6 billion. I think that they thought about all this facility, but now that they've secured it, I'll tell you for free, if they build that stadium, 100,000 capacity stadium, and the way they've been advertising and promoting it, if they build it like that, that stadium, forget it. Anybody that wants to buy that stadium from the Glazers, if you not get 10 billion, forget them. If you not, don't come, don't even come. It's not asking price. That is where we start from, and it can go up. You understand? And it can go up to 15 billion. Man, it's strange. I wouldn't believe that in my lifetime we'll get to the point where a football club will be sold for that amount of money. But then also, I never thought that the stadium will cost 5.1 billion. But the SoFi Stadium in California that is owned by Kroenke, the Arsenal owner, and the LA Rams owners too. You know, is 5.1 billion. So it's not something out of the ordinary or that is out of place. So rivalry or no rivalry, hate watching or no hate watching, banter or no banter. When something good happens to somebody, you say congratulations. It's good news. It's progress. It will also challenge the other club. Now, Man United are going to build a 100,000 capacity stadium. There are teams like Arsenal, teams like Liverpool. Arsenal is already thinking of expanding from their 62,000 capacity stadium, 60,000 capacity stadium into something big. I think it will inspire them to say, you know what, let's push for 80 or 90 or more. Because again, if you look at the fans that came out when Arsenal won the title, you will know that if Arsenal grow the stadium, the Emirates Stadium to 80 or more upward, because they cannot go sideways, there is still fans. Because the fear of club is why build a big stadium if you will not have people to fill it up? But I think it's as easy as that. You understand? It's as easy as that. Build it. You know, the way pastors believe, build the church, the members will come. So I think it's the same thing there. But that's not where I want to focus on. Guys, click on the like buttons, please. I'm begging you. Click on the like buttons. Um, Basically, there are certain sides to this World Cup that I want to talk about today. And I want to start from what everybody thought before the World Cup started. Oh, people will not be there. Donald Trump, this one, that one, that one, that one. And I remember, we did a few shows where I said, yes, what Donald Trump is doing is not good. What the Americans and their immigration laws are doing is not good, but it's their country. There's no two ways about it. You can't teach a person how to be the host in their own house, in their own party. You might say you don't like it and you will not go, but I remember saying that. And I also remember saying that America is the home, the headquarter of global entertainment. America would always have people in the stadium because they are used to crowd going out. America have created a pop culture, an urban culture. They have park. People always go out. Americans are outgoing people. They also, like crowded area. America is not a country of people who like isolating themselves. It's a country of people who go out. So it doesn't matter whether if the fans of every other countries come or not, America would have a full stadium. And some people say, "Oh, okay, when the World Cup started, so it's because the three host countries are still in the competition." Well, we've seen a round where the three host countries have gone. Canada is out, Mexico is out, thanks to what's it called? The English, and the US are out, thanks to Belgium. So we also see that we're still having full house. Look at what we saw in Dallas last night. It was top notch. Good football. The French army showed that with a team that is global, a team that is picked from Africa and from everywhere, an all-star cast, you can conquer. That's something that, or maybe other people, that's what Canada and America is trying to also copy. Because if you look at their teams too, the children of immigrants are all over the squad. And since France started using the children of immigrants, starting from 1998, their football at the national team level have been rising and rising and rising and rising and rising. Before 98, only one French team have won the UEFA Champions League and the Olympic Marseille. Now we have Paris Saint-Germain that have won it back to back. Before 98, no French coach have won the Champions League. Now there is one that have won the Champions League 3 straight times. His name is Zinedine Zidane. Before 98, there was no French coach that have won the World Cup. Then Ami Jacquet won it in 98. And then they got to the finals in 2006. And then in 2018, they got to the finals again and they won it in Russia. A captain from 98, Didier Deschamps. And in 2022, they were in Qatar. They didn't win it, but they won the hearts of a lot of people. And yeah, they are looking. If you by all metrics, this French team is the best team of this tournament so far. My opinion. I might be wrong. You can correct me in the comment section who you think is better than the French team. They are the only team who doesn't look like they have a weakness. Argentina is winning, but there's weakness because they're a slow team. It's just that they have a never say die spirit. England is winning, but there is a weakness in their defense. Their defense is not as put together as the French team. If there's any weakness in the French team, maybe it's the goalkeeper, but you have to pass their midfield, you have to pass their attack, pass their midfield, pass their defense before you face their goalkeeper. Which other team again? The Belgian team is a yo-yo. 1 minute they are hot, the next minute they are cold. So uh, it is hard. It is really hard to place them. But I like the way the World Cup is going. My predictions still stand. I know that the French team is good, but my predictions still stand. I'm still going to stay with England until they get knocked out. I'm not sure I'm going to change my position, honestly speaking. And even if they get knocked out, I'm not going to change my position because now it is too late. It's easy for everybody to predict. Oh, I predict France will win. Now you've seen the game. I don't do prediction like that. I do predictions before competition starts because once competition starts, you already have a cheat code. And the cheat code is that France look like the ultimate team so far. So it's easy when you say you predict France to win the World Cup. I don't think it's prediction at this stage because you've seen enough. Prediction is supposed to happen. It's supposed to be locked in before the first ball is kicked. And then when your prediction come true, you feel a sense of genius. Like okay, you've done proper research and you've thought it through. There were 48 teams in this tournament. We're in the quarterfinal stage now. I don't know where it will swing. The pendulum will swing, but let's keep our fingers crossed and see how it goes. So, the first item that I want to address is the African teams and the African fans and their victim mentality. We've seen a lot of fantastic African team play in this tournament. We've seen Vozinho, we've seen Rome from Iran, we've seen the Democratic Republic of Congo's goalkeeper, we've seen the Cape Verde goalkeeper. I'm going to excuse those two teams. Reason why last time the Congolese team were in the World Cup, they were still known as Zaire. Some people don't even know who Zaire is anymore. This social media generation. And Cape Verde, I can't even, there's no negative talk about them. They are fantastic. They've done well. But there are certain kind of mindset that I don't like. I saw it with the Senegalese. I saw it with the Ivory Coast. And I've also seen it with the Egyptians. You're leading Argentina with 11 minutes to go, 2 goals to nothing. Yes, 1 goal was disallowed. Let's be fair with that sentiment. That was a rightful call by the VAR. And then some people point out they said there was a foul by what's his name now? Uh, what's the guy that went from Man City to Atletico Madrid again? Julian Alvarez. It's a foul by Julian Alvarez on Mo Salah. That's not true. I've watched that clip from all angles. I've watched it on Sky Sports. I've watched it on Bean TV. I've watched it on Fox. I've watched every camera angle that I can see. That's Mo Salah trying to coin the referee. In the Premier League, they will give him a penalty. Yes, in the Premier League, those referees will give him the penalty. But this one, there was no way that was going to be a penalty. It's not a foul. Let's first deal with that. There was no foul there. Abba was a clean take, and so it was. Now, going to score. Let's put some things in perspective. You're playing Argentina. Your best player is Assam, what's the other name, in midfield. And all of a sudden, you decided to remove him. I don't know if he got injured or not. And then you make some substitution that now made your team go from pointing forward to falling back. You're playing against Argentina. You're playing against the defending champion of the World Cup. You're playing against a team who, one way or the other, have withered the storm. They face adversary. Some as players of this team, some as people watching from the side. This is a team that have gone to 2 finals of the Copa America, Copa Centenary, and lost. This is a team that went to the World Cup finals in 2014 and lost, to a Mario Götze goal. I was there. I saw the pain. This is a team that have been mocked. I mean, called names. Then they went to 2022 and they won the World Cup. After winning it, instead of celebrating them, a lot of people say, oh, FIFA manipulated the result for them. They gave them penalty that they were not deserving. Well, whatever you like to say. Call it whatever you want to call it. So experience-wise, they have it in like truckload. So you're playing your player who, for me, I don't know about other people, I'm talking Egypt now. Hassan is your best player. He's a guy who takes the ball and progresses it forward. He's the guy who's brave enough to look at every Argentine player and say, oh boy, not be beans, we'll not come play here. We can't play ball. when you're making substitution, you're not brought a player who cannot progress the ball. You're not brought in a player who is afraid, right? That, for me, first and foremost, is where Egypt lost the game. And then they went from a team that was trying to play sporadic counter attack or occasional counter attack to a team that made up their mind that we want to defend the 2-goal lead. More like, oh, nothing can happen. They cannot beat us again. That is a strange behavior in football, because in football, even though football is not like basketball, once the clock is still counting, there is still the possibility. That's why we always say it is not over until the fat lady sings. It's something that moviegoers will understand what the fat lady saying means. Please click on the like button. I'm just trying to break this down because I've had so many messages on my DM. Oh, Idafe, what do you have to say? Oh, you're not saying anything. Listen, I'm dealing with a whole lot. My wife not feeling fine. My friend had a very terrible accident, life-threatening. He's still in, what's it called? He's still having oxygen in coma. We've not even been able to speak to him. I'm doing my own children's school run. I'm doing his 3 children's school runs. I'm trying to help running 2 families on my own, and I have my own things that I'm doing running around for. Also helping people who are going to Morocco for WAFCON to secure visas. Since I couldn't get the funding for my team, the people who need my help, I'm trying to help them. So there's a whole lot. And when you people send this message, send it with a little bit of compassion. I agree that you love my channel, you want to hear my take, but be a little bit compassionate. Don't stop saying like, because you have reached 25K now, you are not being forming proud. I don't understand what that means. That's a bit rude. Okay. I want this channel to grow. If I have my way, I'll do live 4 times a day. I'll be here every day, morning, afternoon, evening, nights. I would do watch along. But you see, sometimes try and understand that as much as I need this, I can't collapse the rest of my life just for this to work. Yes, I seriously want this to work because this would also make the rest of my life easier. But sometimes when people send this message, there is no need for all those extra. One send me a message, and if all of a sudden this is the World Cup, this is what makes people feel. Pride goes before the fall. You because you have not reached 25K. There are people who have 1 million subscribers. They are still doing content. What is all that? To be very honest, within this space of time, they've also been a lot of content. So guys, calm down, eh? I know it's your channel, it's your community. You want to feel it, but first ask, how are you? How you doing? What's going on? We've not seen you on the live. Oh, hope everything is fine. Now, so person go die. When I go send message fully phone, the wife, the family where they cry, so go read those messages, can't even feel more pain more. Because I feel fall down and die, you go to think, say, pride goes before the fall. What is it feeling like? He's feeling big. He's doing this. He's doing that. Meanwhile, I don't die. God forbid. Anyway, but either way, whether God forbid or not, one day we will all die, right? So sometimes when they send this message, when I also they send the message and they think, say, oh, well, I shouldn't be saying this to another human being. If they say it to me, I will not like it. I'm not asking anybody to care about me. Don't ask after me whether I'm fine or I'm not fine. But please, this your life. If you want to ask about it, makes more common sense inside. Yeah. So having said that, when the Egyptian coach came out, and this is my African problem. This is where I think there's an African problem. So for context sake, let me address it from relativity so that everybody would understand. The average African is never wrong. The average African is never responsible for anything. If something goes well for an African, it is God that permits it to happen. If something goes wrong, it's the devil or the enemy that made it happen. An African is never wrong. It's never responsible for anything, even for their own life. They are never responsible. Now, in football, if you don't take responsibility for defeat, you should not take responsibility for victory. In football, if you are the kind of person who always want to blame other people when something goes wrong, this is what happens. You will not be able to do a post-mortem of the defeats and say, okay, let's put this in on a spreadsheet. We were leading with 79 minutes on the clock before they scored their first goal. They scored 2-1. That means there is a possibility of a comeback. Let's readjust ourselves, serve them off the ball. For as long as they don't get the ball, they can't score us. Move the ball away from our 18-yard box. They are 11, we're 11. There's no red card here. You didn't do that. You conceded the second goal from Messi. And then the third goal came in. And now you're writing appeal, you're writing petition, back and forth. It was like Nigeria. If they ask any Nigerian today why we did not go to the World Cup, they will say, oh, DR Congo cheats with ineligible players. That's why we didn't go to the World Cup. Is that really why we did not go to the World Cup? You see, we have shifted the blame. So another time, similar thing can happen because we have not calculated what we did wrong on our own to the point where we cannot say, okay, because we did all this thing wrong, oh, this is how to fix this wrong. This is how to fix this wrong. This is how to fix this wrong. And then you can go from there and progress because now these things will not happen again. But no, we're looking for people to blame. It's the same thing when somebody passes exam, it's because they are brilliant or it's because God did it. That's why in Nigeria is the only country where you will get your visa. You go and give Thanksgiving in church that you paid a dangerous offering and God spoke to the heart of the visa officer. That's why they give you visa, which is the most childish, the most dumb, and the most foolish thing. Like every time I see somebody, make that kind of testimony in church, the first thing I tell myself is this person is a criminal. This person not do the right thing. Now, happy and way follow. Because if your financial statements, you not just go carry somebody money to do proof of fund. Money there, you get proper financial statement, you get you they eligible, everything dey okay. That's all of us they here they blame Canada why they not give Thomas Partey visa. Not knowing if Thomas Partey lied for your application, but everybody was insulting Canada. When Canada now came out with the fact that he lied in his application, everybody pretend like we were not insulting Canada before. You see, those are some of the things that I have noticed with this World Cup. When Senegal lost, who did they even lost? Is it Norway or who did they lost to? I think Senegal lost. Is it not Norway that they lost to? Abi it's Cote d'Ivoire that lost to Norway. You know, they came out and said something that was very annoying. We won the hearts. We may not have won, but we won the hearts of the world. No, you don't win the hearts of the world, Oga. You are African champions. Norway is a bloody nobody. Yes, they have two key players. Of those two, one is Haaland, one is Odegaard. The others are fucking nobodies. Pardon my French. Not even up until now, this night that they will play England, they are still bloody nobody in that team. So losing to them, don't come and tell me you're African champions. Don't come and tell me you won the heart. You won the heart of who? Now, heart competition we go do there. Is it love competition? Is it love date? We didn't go to the World Cup to go and do heart competition. It's not Cupid competition, right? It is football competition. Win the damn game and progress. The biggest chance that Africa have. You see, when Morocco lost last night, I told my friend on the phone, I said, listen, when he called me, I said, listen, there's nothing to blame Morocco for. This team is superior to Morocco. The entire athlete where Morocco passes through, France study them and say, okay, you know what? Stop them in the middle from getting the ball. But that channel where Hakimi, everybody says the best right fullback, and I think that is a weak. I'm not against his talent too. I've watched him play for Paris Saint-Germain. Yeah. But my problem with him is that thing he does. You see that thing he did that led to the penalty? When he goes forward, he forgets to come back. When he goes forward, he starts acting like his chairman. I saw his goalkeeper talking to him when they were coming from the dressing room at halftime. Oga tried the comeback, oh, and in the second half, he tried a bit, but later he forgot himself and he started going forward. Again, forgetting that, oh, this is my job, oh, I'm supposed to hold it tight. I'm supposed to be serious with it. These are the things that African teams need to address. There's a whole lot of perspective to the World Cup that we will still talk about as we continue to go. But this one is big on me. The idea of an African team losing and looking for people to blame. Other people don't lose on this tournament. They don't lose and they don't go house. The people that have been maltreated the most is Iran. They've lost and they've gone home. They're not making excuses. We should man up and take responsibilities for our defeat and then go home and fix it. The whole idea of an African team conceding goals in the 85th, 86th, 87th, 88th minute is annoying. Like, we started this World Cup, got to the round of 32 with 9 teams out of 10, and it was prideful, it was nice, it was good. But after that, the African demons, some people just press the buttons and say, you know what, it's time for you to show the African idiots that you are. And that's exactly what we did. So next time, When you see Jamie Carragher talk down on African Cup of Nations and African competitions or African teams, don't blame him. We presented him with the ammunition. Don't blame him at all. Because this is one of the biggest chance for African teams to go all the way at the World Cup. We'll never have this chance again. We will not have this chance again. We'll have 10 teams in the next World Cup, and everybody will prepare for us like they want to kill us. When Cameroon beat Argentina in 1990, the next World Cup, everybody prepare for the African team. Russia faced take Cameroon on at 6-1. Solenko used it to win ice goal scorer. Argentina played Nigeria with by hook or by crook after we beat Bulgaria and Greece. We played Italy, we got knocked out. Nobody gave an African team a chance again until later on. The same thing is going to happen in the next World Cup. Everybody is going to buckle up and say, you know what? These guys are not as easy as we used to think. They are not a team you can walk over. So when you're playing them, stand up and be counted. You see how Saudi Arabia beat Argentina 4 years ago in Qatar, where they came to this World Cup, Alpha. Nobody will send them. Say, no, follow the play. Follow the play now. I go take on take pepper. Right? So this is one of the best chances that African teams had. You had 9 teams in round of 32. At least let 5 teams qualify to round of 16. In that 5, let you get like 3 or so, or 4 go to the quarterfinals. And the 9 teams were not even playing against each other, which was supposed to be a good chance for us. They're all playing against each other. We go to the quarterfinals, go to the semifinals, maybe 2 teams in semifinals, and then, if you like, we play against each other so that one will get to the finals. That would have made sense. But all that didn't happen. And then we come out and everybody is making some childish, silly, stupid excuses that doesn't make sense. That's my observation on one front. That's one. I'm trying my best not to get involved in the Ronaldo conversation because some of the things that he said may not make sense today, but that's who Ronaldo have always been. Ronaldo is I, me, myself, and I. It's not today. So to come and validate or invalidate Ronaldo, nah, that's not my business. It's not my business. Because all those people send me a message, oh, what do you have to say about what Ronaldo said? Nah, that's not my shit. He talked about his country. Let the people, the content creators in Portugal, let them respond to him. It's not my business to respond. He didn't say anything about Nigeria. He didn't say anything about Africa. So every aboki carry a kettle. Let that one be on their side. Now, there's something I observe in this World Cup. Maybe if you're not watching the World Cup on the spectrum that I am watching the World Cup from, you might not get it. You might not understand it. But I will try my best. I will try my best possible to make you see what I saw or what I have seen so far with this World Cup. And it's up to you to say whether what I have seen or whether it good or it bad. You know that thing people used to say, oh, too much media. He's not good for the team. He's just making Super Eagles lose concentration. Have you noticed this World Cup? Almost every team that have progressed, Brazil's out now, but from Brazil to England to France, all these teams, they will be on Fox. They will be on, there's live interview, there is private interview, there is after hours. That guy that used to do late show, what's his name now? Gordon, Gordon, Sha, not Gordon Ramsay, but something Gordon. He would take the players and be doing interview. There is some funny thing, content that they are doing. They are cooking, they are doing challenge and all that. But they're still progressing. Haaland is a key features in all of this. And as they go, in the American side, the contents are progressing and expanding every day. I've seen Didier Deschamps do multiple interviews with Fox people, with TSN people, with ESPN, with different people. You understand me? Nobody's complaining. They're progressing. Nobody's calling it distraction. But when you reach our Super Eagles, that's when you will hear people tell you, oh, the distraction, distracting us. This is the reason why they don't qualify. Now, lie. The reason why they qualify, our team not they progress against teams like Lesotho, Zimbabwe, Rwanda, Benin Republic is because our players not sabi. Our players no sabi. They don't like themselves. They're not good enough. Let us put that to bed because the media attention for this World Cup, like Qatar World Cup is the best World Cup ever organized in terms of organization. But you see this World Cup, this is the one with the most media content, the most media harvest that have happened at any competition that I've seen since 1986 that I started following football from the Mexico 86 World Cup. This one is the Ogala, is the ultimate. And a lot of people might disagree, but come to the comment section and tell me why you disagree. Okay? Put the taste of the pudding is in the eating. Put it there. Not a thing. So when next you see a team lose, stop telling me that it's the media distraction. Media is distracting them. Media is part of the game. Is 100% part of the game. It is necessary. Without media, this game will not sell. Without media, and you have to produce content for all, platforms. The short form content, the long form content, everything. I see players doing content of them in the dressing room. I saw John Stones pretending to have a shoulder injury, and their coach putting his hand on his head, and it became a conversation. There is a show that the English FA does. It's called The Lions Den, and Peter Crash is the host. There is a whole lot, like a plethora of content being created out of the World Cup. Different teams have their own. The World Cup, the host broadcasters, the subsidiaries, all of them have their own, and everybody make time available. Once you are required to be available, the player is available, the coach is available. Nobody is complaining. So when next we have a situation, please, everybody be guided. Everybody, I beg, be guided. That whole idea of once a team lose, I'm watching as I follow and I talk, I watch Sky Sports News. I'm seeing like somebody the video lizard for team camp. If you see the horde of journalists where they see Haaland is coming and there is camera on his face, like almost hitting his face. This is where the world is. This is the stage where we at. This is where I'm dreaming to be at with my team. That's why I'm saying next AFCON in Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania, I'm taking between 15 to 20 people. Yeah, first of 15 crew members and hopefully 5 people who have membership on this channel. That's okay. Let's go get closer to the action and see what goes on. So I hope that is put to bed. I mean, I'm going to come to the comment section, whatever you guys are putting there, whatever question you have to ask, put it there. What's the third thing? Okay, so while men were asleep, people who know how to do things were doing their things. So I think it was last week when it was announced that by Shehu Diku and his people and the DG of the National Sports Commission, Olopade, what's his other name? Oh, Jesus Christ. But you know what I'm talking about. That the MPF, the winner will collect 1 billion. The second place team will collect, is it 500 million or 250? 500 million, and then third place team collect 250. And then there's also a cascade of small money that will go down from the fourth team to the 20th team. Yeah, that's one story that came out. And I think I addressed it on one of my shows, but I want to jump on it again because let me also say this. Congratulations to us as a channel. We now have an Abuja Biru. We have a team in Abuja, a team of 2, a cameraman and a host. Let's put it that way, a host. Their job, their brief is very simple and straightforward. We do not do interviews. We don't have like anybody who is interviewing our sports officials, the federation president, their secretary general, the member sports committee in the National Assembly, member sports committee in the Senate. So their brief is to get to those people and put questions across to them. Some of the questions will come from the fans, some we would create ourselves, and some would be as a result of matters arising. So we have been able to hire 2 people for that. Pretty expensive venture, but we hope that we're able to sustain it and don't kill it. I think it's something that I want to try for the next 6 months and see what it does. Might not be something that gives us numbers because our administrators are not loved by anybody. So I don't think anybody wants to listen to them talk. If you see the first example, there's a video on the channel. The audios are not good anyway. It's just phone recording, but we needed to attend that one because we were given invitation, right? Once we registered our interest and I called in all the other people in the different federations and I told them I have a crew in Abuja. Our host was able to go. The cameraman was not available. He had traveled to go see a sick mom. But subsequently, we've also been given a sit down with the NSC chairman, Shewudiko. Next week, Thursday, hopefully, if he's not busy, next week, Thursday, we'll have a sit down with him and, some questions from it will come up. So yesterday, there was a bit of explanation. There was a bit of, oh, this is what we want to do. This is what we are pursuing. This is how we want to raise this money. Some things are still not clear to me. Like I called the host and I said, hey, madam, some of these things that this man said are not clear to me. Oh. Where's the policy backing it? Where's the constitution? Where's the law backing it? This money that they say they would raise, if, for instance, Tinubu lost the election in February and the league is already going on, the league will start in August, if I'm not mistaken. How then can the money come if another government, let's say Mr. Verify wins the next election, or Atiku Abubakar wins the next election, and his agenda is not to give freebies. His agenda is to play by the rules. How would the money come? So I need those questions answered. And if you guys have any question that you have for Shewudiko, the best time to send it in is now so that we can forward it to our correspondent in Abuja to do the needful. Another thing that I want to touch on is this need to always pitch people against each other in the name of, you guys experimented it with Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. Before that, nobody was doing that shit. Nobody was doing that nonsense that all of you have been doing for the last 10, 15, or 20 years. Nobody have that foolish time that you people have. I'm saying it here. This one will make me not get subscribers. Now, it's Mbappe versus Haaland. Please, people should stop. People should stop, for God's sake. Let's just enjoy football the way we used to enjoy it. We watch Zidane. We watch Ronaldinho. We watch Beckham. We watch Figo. Nobody compare, oh, this one versus this one. This one, my goat is better than your goat. No. If your goat's good, use a cook pepper super shop. Idiot. Come on, disturb people with your goat. Your goat, my goat is better than your goat. Go and use your goat to do Asun and shop rice or do suya. Come on, disturb us with goat. Every day, who's the goat? Who's the goat? Who's the goat? Who's the goat? We that started watching football before you people, we not get goats. We're great players. We love them. We respect them. We're happy that they played in our lifetime, or we're happy that we read about Pele and the rest of them. And it stops there. If your player have 10 Ballon d'Or, let it be. Nobody gives a shit. If your player have 1 league title in 20 leagues, countries, fuck off. Nobody there interested again. You don't do. People are too old for that nonsense. People are too old for it. Don't bring it with Mbappe. I'm sorry saying people. Mbappe and Haaland, who is the better player? What's wrong with you? What do they worry on now? Which one be who's the better player? The two not be good players? Are they playing with the same set of players around them? Are they playing? What if Seth? He need a tire now. You did this thing when you were a child. You don't grow. Get sense. Pay your bills. Take off a family member. Leave who be goats and who not be goats. Just enjoy football. All of a sudden now, I want to make analysts not going to tell you who's saying. You can say, if you talk, turn the fire you and whoever you follow the argue. Hey, we're arguing one argument. Mbappe and well, if Haaland is in this Real Madrid team, would he not do better than Mbappe? What's wrong with you? What is the problem? What will be that? Who get time for all those nonsense? Please, he get people where they sabi do all those talk. Send them message. Go to their DM. Send them message. Me, now something with sense day. Now they like get involved. If you do this, you know this thing is what attract people. Shut up! I don't want foolish people on my channel. Stop! I don't want more people on my channel. Say because I want to get 1 million subscribers. Now sensible things we dey talk here. How Nigerian football go take good? How we go take source fund to take growth things? How things go take dey better? Yes, we will watch the Premier League. Like right now, I'm spoiled for choice. The channels that I have available to me, God will bless you. We will watch the Premiership. We'll do watch along. We will talk. We will joke. But please, at the end, I know they for goats. Anybody wey goats they hungry, go buy go amala joints. Or go pepper soup joints. But you see this goat talk? I'm not interested at all. I love Mbappe and I love Haaland. The same way I love the old players. I also do not have any issue with Ronaldo and Messi. They are two great players. Thank God I can tell my children, my grandchildren that I was alive. I saw them play. This one be Pele. Oh, I need to go do research. I saw them play. It's enough. If your goat is better than my goat, fine. And who will tell you say I get goat? My chicken I get. Or camel, or donkey. I don't get goat. I get cow. Shall see good. Just daybreak. Children will never even wash their pants clean. I consider Balagba like me now. I consider the argue about Haaland and Messi. One is 24 years old. The other one is how many? Haaland is ta. I'm gonna fire you people. When you talk all those nonsense. What it be that? I'm gonna stop them. The Olari, why you say we're live over here, walking while I watch and listen. Thank you very much. Hardcore Chooks. You say France has been impressive. Magnan has actually been really good. The few times he has had to make saves. The line where you say the French left side of defense can be suspect. Meanwhile, Upamecano is always a ticking time bomb, although he has played well so far. Yes, he's a ticking time bomb, but we're going to judge him based on this tournament. So only yesterday he almost cleared the ball into his net, but the ball went ricocheted and went over. Beyond that one, him and Saliba, they've been stable. They've been very, very good. It's hard to pick anything on him. Hardcore Troop says, Hassan got it. Okay, yeah, we're talking about Hassan earlier on. The line you say, Elebete, well done. Stay strong, man. Thank you very much. You have to be there for your friends. So they are the people you have. Forget all the social media show off. What would they do? You see those friends that you can call. I need water. They'll bring the water come for you. When they also need water too. Oh, but show up with a drum. If you can drag the river close to them, drag the river close to them. You only live once. Just live it well for yourself, your family, and your friends. The friends who will get, they're not plenty. But those few ones who will get, so let's turn up when we need to turn up. Right? It's important. Forget all these big manity. Forget big manity. When it comes to your friends, be a friend. Be the definition of a friend to your friends. Yes, friends are both for jolly and for inconvenience. Prepare your mind. Like my mom used to say, have a budget for somebody else apart from yourself. It's very, very important. If you dey go out, you say you get money to transport, come back. I'll say yes. You get money where if somebody now, you reach that place now, 2 or 3 persons say they not get transport to come back. You get money where you go take give them. I say no. So yeah, go find that money first. If you not get that money, you need to go. That's how my mother raised me. Always have something in the chamber, to cater for somebody else. You have to turn up for your friends. Fielder 9691, he said, thank you very much. Our players don't care and don't like themselves. They are not good enough to cut it. Hopefully, Chelle can stay and put them to work with their discipline. I hope he does. I really do hope he does. I see what Chelle is trying to do. I see what he's trying to do. Chelle is trying to reinvent the wheel or the script of Clement Vesterhoff in 1989. In 1989, when Clement Vesterhoff came in case you guys don't know the history, Nigeria's best player, was Etimesi. Etimesi was unplayable, was incredible. He made Cameroon bow down in Ibadan. That time, Cameroon was dominating us from 1984. They were dominating us every time. But in that qualifiers, Italia 90, he ran them ragged. Then we played against Angola and what's it called? Samuel Okwaraji died. And the team disintegrated. When West Africa came in and tried to set the team up again after we failed to qualify for the World Cup, he knew that, I mean, Etienne is a great player. Everybody knew him. He was the rave of the moment at the time. He was the Maradona from Africa, right? But you know that if this guy, the way this guy be, this is a time bomb. If I put him on my team, I'm not going to go anywhere with this team. Because he will see it as his team. He will see like, oh, I need to help me. He cut him off. He built his team. He kept the ones that are loyal. He brought in Amokashi. The rest, as they say, is history. I think when you go to the Unity Cup and you see the players that Chelle used for the Unity Cup and how he snuck in Osimhen into that interview where he said, oh, Osimhen is not going to be available. He could have avoided that anyway, but it was a deliberate thing. It was a Mourinho style thing. It was good. He's trying to build a team that would help him break these guys who have now held the national team hostage, but they are not progressing. Now, Chelle, 9 days inside the dressing room, where he play threatening to fight him. Yes. Now, Chelle, now also the coach the team with two players. One player threatening to beat another player for field for Morocco. Now, you see how the players insulted everybody and walk away from the dressing room. Now, you see him. I think a coach that has sense will already know that, oh, this guy is good, though, but this thing will destroy this team. His power is too much. Let me look for people that I can use to replace him and make him not existent. Let's go back to France. The year was the 1994 World Cup. If you remember, France didn't qualify. You know who beat them at home? Bulgaria. Our Bulgaria was in Nigerian's group. France had a team that had, what's it called? Jean-Pierre Papin, one of the best players, one of the world's most expensive player at the time. AC Milan signed him and he couldn't break into the team, was sitting on the bench. They also have a certain Eric Cantona, the great Eric Cantona. They set up an inquest, tried to find out why that happened. The player insulted administrators, and the rest, as I say, is history. They banned them. But then they started, grooming the Thierry Henrys, Trezeguet, Nicolas Anelka, all these young guys. And then they mixed them with a few of the matured players like Zidane, Lilian Thuram, Patrick Vieira, Didier Deschamps. But they say Laurent Blanc and Frank Leboeuf. Add the goalkeeper Fabien Barthez to it. What was the outcome? 4 years later, they won the World Cup. And from that moment on, French football have not looked back. They've had the 2002 and 2010 issues, the mutiny in 2010, the 2002 monumental failure where they had the best players going to that tournament, but they didn't win anything. They didn't score a single goal. They had the top goal scorer from Italy in David Trezeguet, top goal scorer from England in Thierry Henry, top goal scorer from France in Djibril Cissé, but they didn't score a single goal. I think there was Sidney Govou in that team as well. So they kept on building. In 2018, exactly 20 years after France 98, they won the World Cup. But before 2018, in 2006, they were in the finals. If not for the headbutting that Zidane gave Materazzi, maybe, just maybe, we don't know, they would have won it. And in 2018, they won it. 2022, 4 years later, they were in the finals again. And then, just down the road from Qatar, they look like a team. France look like a team anointed to win this tournament again. They want to repeat what Brazil did when Brazil won it in 94, in the finals in 98, and won it again in 2002. Seems like what they want to repeat. You see, letting big stars go and building a team that is more focused on playing for the country is way more important than hanging on to big stars who play for themselves and are not interested in the good of the country. I hope that is the playbook of Eric Schell. Like I've always said, I hardly criticize national team coaches because, especially for Nigeria, the conditions that they work in are set against them, are set to make sure they don't progress. So it's hard for me to criticize national team coaches. I hope that Eric Schell gets his act together and cut all these mofos out of our national team and bring in players who can live up to expectation. Unfortunately, our production line is very thin, so we don't have the glory of France. Even these France that went to the World Cup now, there are players that they didn't carry that will walk straight into the starting 11 of most of the teams that are in the World Cup, and they will still compete favorably well. So we will see how I go. Lord Mayor say, my AU is better. You better shop up. You can do Isewu, you can do pepper soup, or give Amala people, may they do Amala for you. Fielder says, tell Dico they should be transparent about the coach, Chele. Has he accepted the contract? He hasn't. That's not be a question where they ask. He hasn't. Let me tell you what's happening. Chele has been. Chele was officially, originally hired by the NSC. So he's not a staff of the NFF. When I say a lot of people, NFF has not paid Chele, I just laugh. This is how ignorant our system is. I even hear journalists, sports journalists, sometimes they say it online, they say it everywhere. I say, okay, I'm not going to figure correct this one. No. If you want to fool yourself, they fool yourself. If you want to mislead your audience, they mislead the audience. The NSA have been paying him. That's $70,000. They've been paying him, even though the money has been coming and going. I've been struggling, but they've been paying him. So now they are finding a way to transfer that responsibility to the NFF. The NFF is happy to not pay that money because they don't get money. But then it is hard. Now, the contract of Eric Schell would expire in January. So you still have a contract to January. Between now and January, I'm hoping they will resolve it. They'll figure out a way. We would ask him that question when we have the sit down, because I would be fully involved in it while the conversation is going on. And I hope we get the right answer. I just hope so. Anyway, that's my hope. Oh. Lord Mayor say, God and Yaman next. I don't know that one. Oh. It'll be God. Lord Mayor went on to say, boss, people no one day matured. They just like content. And liking content is not a bad thing. I don't have a problem. I'm a content creator. I will create. But don't, first off, I say this thing with all sense of responsibility. If you know they pay my bill, stop acting like say you be my oga. Like say they work for you. Now subscribe, you subscribe. As I they look for subscriber, I see they block people for here. The life is not that hard, though. It's not that deep. Oh. I know there for people where be say go come they act like say I be their staff. Oh, I must no. See, what would they show respect to each other? If you want respect, I'll give one to you. Not tell me say pride goes before the fall. Your World Cup they go on. Your mates are creating content. You are there forming big boy. I don't understand. You don't even know what I'm dealing with, what I'm going through, what's happening in my space. Bro, how are you? How you doing? How things now? I expected you to do content for the Senegal match, for this Cote d'Ivoire match, for this Egypt match. Hey, I will go explain to you. Say, yes, I for do, but my wife is under the knife. My friend got involved in a very terrible accident. The car is right off. Another person in the car died, and I'm dealing with that shit. You think it's easy? You think it's easy going and seeing your friend mangled up, or see the person who died squeezed like corned beef? You think it's something to just snap at and just come here and begin to laugh and they do content? It's not. But why? As much as you want content, if you have access to my DM, then it means that, okay, you should know me a bit. Guy, what's going on? How now? We are our channel. We're lagging behind, though. That's you showing concern. Don't come and preach quote scripture for me. I need to go church. Maybe on Sunday, one pastor don't preach for you now. You don't read one motivational book now. You feel saying, I mean, you want to try motivation with. And then fella do to not to be president. Oh, come on, not do those. Maybe not gonna do that motivation thing with me. I mean, as much as I want to progress, I want 1 billion subscribers and people view my content. I also like people who are sensible, people who get sense. Because when would they talk, it would be easy to engage. So they might like content, but may they respect themselves. Joshua Adokpai says, same sonship that is causing fight with our Afrobeat musicians. Nonsense behavior. Lord Mayor say, goat self no dey hungry me. Na ram where they okay. I've always loved ram suya, sha. But na steak dey hungry me. There's a place in VI, Musa Yaradua streets called Crust and Cream. Their steak. I'm not saying I've not tested all the steak in Lagos, so people with this steak, more than obvious, but of the few that I've tasted or tasted in the last couple of years, those places and then cactus for mobile. Yeah, steak is good. Yeah, but sometimes not be that want to do you right now. I'm not gonna even fit sit down. Like the way I don't see human dead body. I not to eat meat now, say they do me one kind. But hey, let's keep it going. The Larry I just say, I think comparison will always happen, but I have never seen it at this height before in my life. Omo, man, it's very crazy. Content creator creation has also not helped. Very distracting. Cloud chasers. Lord Mayor says before for football, we dey hate watch club because of rivalry. But now we dey hate watch a particular footballer. That is crazy. I know though. I try for the very first time. All of my clients, workers, all them Joy and Mikolo almost initiate me to this state Washington. I hate watch South Africa for their first game. And I told myself, no, and I feel repent from this nonsense. This is tiring. This is ridiculous. South Africans may do whatever they do, but they deserve to play their game and earn their respect based on their play, not going into the game with a fixation that they must lose. I don't like sports, but when sports play game and win, I say, yeah, they got this one right. They did well. I cannot, I can't I can't play in that league. That 8 watch league is low, eh? It's so low. And you have to be so base, so out of your mind to the hate watch. Because I notice people say, hey, you know me, it's just for cruise. No, you know the thing. It's not for cruise. I have a friend. She like to frown a lot. I like you frown too much. Why? I mean, frowning a man thing. Woman need a frown. And she's like, no, it's just fun. No, it's just for cruise. It's just a defense mechanism. People started seeing her as the frowning girl, like she's unapproachable. So like people seem to give me chance. I say yes. Now that your cruise where you dey cruise, so keep cruising. Tony Cruz, well done. Tom Cruise, enjoy him. You see that your cruise, you go see IB. Those are the things. So I don't think I'm too old to learn trick of. There are some things young people do that I love. I mean, they're not all bad. But you see this at watch thing, eh? Wallah, it's mundane. It's incomprehensible. I can't even relate with it. I can't even think about it. I can't fathom how people debase themselves to that point where, like every single day, so much so that because you hate watching, somebody might do something good and you say, no, is the only one that have done it? 10 other people have done it. Even some boys in my street have. Wow. Wow. I asked one guy one day, I said, somebody say these things about your own life, your own career. Would you like it? I mean, you should have base to criticize. You should have reason to critically analyze people. But this one is just, I hate him. I don't. Yeah, and I agree. People do that with me, so I understand it. And to be very honest with you, I won't lie to you. I've not come to the point in my life where, oh, people don't like me. I start feeling bad not being. I worry I for grow up. Oh. I don't just grow up or worry. Okay, when we say this thing, when somebody say I be worry boy, try and ask him which area. I'm not just saying it because being a worry boy means that you cannot be bullied. I grew up in the hood of the hood, the slum of slum. If there is a slum dog billionaire or slum dog millionaire from Nigeria and they want to do it for worry, now my hood, they go do it. Where I grew up, that's the place to do it. I am that slum dog. Like I've said this thing before and I'll say it again. From the age of 5 till I turned 13, 14, I used to think that my name was Bastard. In short, If I go to Warri, there's some areas I'll go to. Some older women still think that my name is Bascard. They call me Bascard till today. So try and understand. You have thick skin. Oh, hey, this thing doesn't get to you. I'm not serious. Some lazy folks that will type something online that I can delete or block. I could get to me. No, no. No, enough it. Enough it. This person is trash talking you, and you're not going to respond to that. Respond to who? No, nah, that's not it. But you see, when you watch football, I think that the way you enjoy football is watch football because you want to understand the dynamics of the game. What made this team set up like this? Why is this other team setting up like this? What's making it easy for this team to beat this team, score 1, 2, 3, 4 goals against them? Where is the leakage? That is something that would help you when you talk. And it doesn't have to be a sports analyst or a sports content creator. When you talk amongst your friends, they will see, oh boy, man, I did that thing you just said. I didn't see it. I've seen that happen almost all my life. Like, no, this thing you say, that's not what happened. Like, sometimes the goalkeeper will consider a goal. I said, the goalkeeper not better. I just chip in one question. Where did the ball come from? Like yesterday, people were blaming the guy that committed the foul that led to the penalty. I mean, one WhatsApp group like that. But and I said, who was supposed to be marking Mbappe instead of that guy? They said, what do you mean? Is it not a Moroccan player? I said, no, no, no. Who was supposed to mark Mbappe? And they say, Ashraf Hakimi. Where was Ashraf Hakimi? It was the guy who lost the ball. Oh, it was the guy that lost the ball. What was he doing there? Why was he losing the ball and then staying on the ground without anybody touching it? Somebody from the side pocket pick him, and then he went to the ground, knowing that this is a competition and they can get knocked out. And then that led to a penalty. And then now you want to blame somebody who was distracted by who is marking that they can give the ball to if it goes there. And then the guy who scored world best right full back does not have the common sense of knowing that if you leave my position, there'll be disadvantage to us against a team that have more speed than us. And then he's on the ground romancing grass. And then now you're blaming somebody who caused penalty. Thank God the goalkeeper saved the ball. What's my point with that? You see, when you watch football with that kind of mindset, that kind of easy understanding of the game and track the movement of each players where they should be, then you would enjoy the game. When you speak, you also speak from a place of knowing that you're spoken from a position of truth and honesty, and there's no bias to it. And I start seeing people commenting. And one guy said, but when he took the ball forward, he was going to help the attack. I said, this is where the problem is. Ashraf Hakimi is not a winger. He's a defender. His primary responsibility is to defend. Let him succeed there first. Wan Bissaka is the most difficult player to dribble past. Wan Bissaka does not go forward and cross the ball. Oh. People say, he can't cross the ball, he cannot do this one. Is that his job? That's not his job. His job is to defend and make it impossible for somebody to pass him. But he doesn't have the kind of media hype that maybe an Ashraf Hakimi have. All of a sudden, Wan Bissaka is not regarded. If you ask me, if you give me Ashraf Hakimi and Wan Bissaka, I'll take Wan Bissaka. Yes, I will. Right full back, I'll take Wan Bissaka. Straight up. That's not his job. His job is not to go forward and then forget himself there. And it has happened in every game they played in this tournament. Every game that they played in this tournament. I was highlighting it as, I was watching the replay to my guy that came to visit, and I was explaining all these things. I'm not saying Ashraf Hakimi is like, I mean, he's African Footballer of the Year, but that's just my position about him. Now, that's not beef. That's not hate. Still a great player, still a fantastic player, but that's a flaw. And that's a flaw that almost everybody exploits. The goal that Brazil scored against them, now a position, he was displaced, he was out of place, and Vinicius got that ball and scored. If he was there, he would have stopped it. There was like a couple of occasions where that happened. The penalty that he considered yesterday, it was his position. So you can take that on and on and on and on and look at it carefully. But hate watching, oh God, I don't understand what you guys are doing, man. I wish I understand, but I don't. Kayode Joseph, Abejude says, thank you, bro, for your standpoint on this GOAT issue. They have carried it too, and it is no longer interesting. Enough of this childish play. I love both Ronaldo and Messi. Combi is fond of doing it. Like, I don't understand. You see, one of the things that make most times, as you grow in life, growth provides you with opportunities. And there are certain opportunities, like I always tell my friends that I cannot hold elective office in Nigeria because I didn't do youth service. The time I was supposed to go do youth service, I went to Europe to go and play football. I don't regret it. Oh. I'm not. So I will not be able, unless I want to lie, unless I want to do some bribery. Let me take this call, guys. Hello, Bayo. I'm good. How about you? I'm Madam and the children. We're fine. We're fine. Yep. GPF Media. Yes. So what exactly would we be doing? Don't they have somebody that covers it already? Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I put put GPF Media now. I already have accreditation, self, and my team, the rest of my team also have accreditation. Yeah. No, no problem. All right, now answer. Don't worry, you use my company, no problem. Sorry, guys. It's a business. It's a business call, and I needed to take it. Sorry, no verse. Uh, every day things changes. So one call. Oh God of heaven. Let's forget about that. Forget that call happened. Let's go back to comment section. Yeah, the Larawajo says a certain David Ginola was also part. Oh, thank you very much for reminding me of him. Was also part of that team. To be very honest, if you look at that team that failed to qualify for the World Cup in 94, and then you look at the team that went to win the World Cup in 98, the 94 team on paper, name, were better than the 98 team. But you see, the 98 team were a bunch of people who were willing to die together. Yesterday on Fox TV, yesterday make it 20 years since that Zidane headbutt. The host of the show asked Thierry Henry a very sensitive question after they showed the interview of Didier Deschamps, and then they went on. Me see journalists, they're scheming. They talk about all the good of Didier Deschamps. They now ask Thierry Henry what kind of person Didier Deschamps is, the man that he is, the footballer, blah, 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 blah. And Henry was, Henry is very, very lavish with praise for his French people. They now show Zidane's S-board. See the way they inserted it, they did animation of it. They didn't show the real clip. They did animation of it, the red card, and they say, hey, today is the 20th anniversary of this thing. Thierry Henry, in the year and nine, the moment why this was going on, how were you feeling? Oh God, Thierry Henry finished work with the response. I just felt good, like, oh la la la, ooh la la. Let me start like French people. This is nice. He said, we live and die together. In that moment when it happened, I know Zidane. He has helped me win World Cup. He has helped me win the Euros. Without Zidane, many things that I've achieved in my life, I will not achieve it. That moment happened, it wasn't Zidane. It was the entire French team that had bought. And then we could still have gone on to win on penalties. So it wasn't about Zidane. It was about us as a unit. Oh, God. My let's with me. I said, this is a team. This is a squad. This is a squad that the fabrics of their unity here is well woven. It's well stitched. It's stitched together. I was like, oh, oh, Mekwele, sweet my body. And I think Zlatan Ibrahimovic, got like you see where Zlatan is analyzing, uh, when he wants to bring a negative side to the conversation, he puts himself in the fire. Like when he said if he had played in that match against Paraguay, he would have gotten 4 red cards. And he would have done, he wanted to do something and then he cut it off. I enjoy watching the American channels. The British, I think the British TV is now boring to me because now I'm watching Fox, TXN, all of those. Unfortunately, I don't understand Spanish. I would have watched the Telemundo and the Arabic being like on my screen, my screen is like the IBC, you know. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. There's not nothing bad. Variety is the spice of life. So I just enjoy it. Having said that, let's continue with the comments. Uh, the Lara say a certain David Ginola was also part of that team. He and their coach Gerard Julia were at loggerhead. They are still enemies till date. Yes, they are. Very, very funny situation that does not even need quarrel. Yeah, that doesn't even need fights. Just turn people to enemy. Lord Mayor say, I won't lie. This French team will rule football for long. Eketike no go World Cup. That's true. Lord Mayor says, I'm in PSG, Desiree and Yamal. Now the next comparison. I'm not gonna compare anybody. That's saying if you guys are looking for channels that will compare players so that they'll start throwing fans of this one go come comment. Like when I go to some people comment section, I'd always ask myself, are you happy? Like, okay, yes, your numbers are better than mine because I check YouTube a lot. Are you happy that because of the things you've said, eh, you are now people are not pitching against you see one comment, you now see 21 comment reply under that comment. You now see people insulting each other. No, look my channel very well. Follow me up very well. Before you will even see somebody reply you, you will get notification that somebody reply, but you not go see them. I don't delete them. I don't delete them since. If the person come back again, I block them. Because I cherish the people. Sometimes try and understand that somebody is working, is person have a wife, have children, have business that they're running. They not have time because of me. Come on this channel. They not see something that I post and then they not give their opinion. It is their opinion. There is no insult. They didn't tag anybody. One person I go under and insult the person. And then that one I call his friend because misery love company. Foolish people, they always plenty. When I call his friends and say, see this guy, say this person talk about Ronaldo or Messi, then let's go and insult the person. That person is not going to feel bad, not because I did anything wrong, but because he was kind enough to come on my channel. And I saw it, I didn't do anything. Right? I didn't moderate, I didn't do anything. Now he's having bad feeling, bad experience because he came to my channel. Do you think that person would be willing to come to my channel and make another comment, another interesting comment again? No, because he just gave a very harmless, honest opinion about something without insulting anybody. And then you see that kind of insult. Hey, your father. I know. I see it on other people's channel. I'll be like, I'm not going to teach this person how to do their work. But I know, I mean, I see YouTubers saying, but you cannot stop them. You have to keep them. You need the more the merrier. The engagement is exciting. Ah, that engagement is not a good thing. That engagement is not a good thing at all. I do not think I can live my life, walking in that space. Toxicity, promoting toxicity is not a good thing. It would be there for a while, but eventually it go spoil. People go, oh boy, see burger, oh, see cheeseburger. Jesus, I'm hungry. I just realized another shop, TV, another shop. Gosh, I need to eat. I get medication where I don't take. I never eat. You understand? So that's the way I see it. I might be wrong, but that's the way I see it. And I truly love my people, and I don't want to put them in a place where anybody, anytime they can come and insult them. Lord Mayor says, boss, away from football. Boss, what is your favorite food? I be food you. Let's not lie. I love, so growing up, so I've not eaten it by like 27 years or so. But growing up as a child, I used to like eba no go soup, eba and banga soup, eba and egusi soup. My mom cook is storm. So my mom used to sell food. And then I think when I started playing football, I realized that if I eat eba, I need to fit run. Like it affects me. So I stopped eating eba. And then that became the thing. But then there is one food I cannot turn down: beans and plantain. Like any freaking day, I can eat beans and plantain 1st of January to 31st of December and start again the next 1st of January. Beans and plantain. Yeah, beans and plantain. Whether it's oil plantain, oil beans or grounded beans, like, but it has to be, man. Na me go cook up. Na me cook am, not be all those roadside one. Na me go cook am. I'm good. I'm good. I still love my ogo soup. Oh. I love ogo soup and stash a lot. I'm not big on rice. If it's there, there's nothing about rice, like white rice and stew, that's really crazy. I also like stew with beef. Then you now do okra and vegetable with, fish, like Titus fish or what we call it Kubia fish. I came to Lagos and I hear it's Titus fish. I think I like that too. But then if I want to do what they call lavish, I like steak and Chinese fried rice in selected restaurant. Radisson Blue, yeah, I think I like their buffet. A hotel, yeah. 4 point, the but that's like my general food. Then for soup, because my wife has taught me how to eat vegetable soup. I think I love our own, but unfortunately, when I go out, I don't enjoy it. There's something I've also noticed lately. But more they taste the way it used to taste again. Have you guys noticed that? But more is not tasting like it's crunchy. It's not. It's no longer having that textured feeling. You eat it, it be like it like it's. I don't know. Like it's like raw leaf. Hard leaf. I don't know if I can explain that, sharp. So that's my favorite food, I guess. Those are my favorite foods. Yeah, but I be foodie. I like food a lot. But I don't like junk food. So I'm not a once in a while I eat burger. Once in a while. But I can't eat burger maybe 3 times in a month. I don't have the stomach for it. I can't eat shawarma 3 times in a month. I don't have the stomach for it. I used to eat meat a lot, but I've stopped. I mean, when I fell sick last August, they've not changed my food a bit. But then there's a lot of veggies, a lot of whatever. But I used to like meat, like a lot of meat. I'm a meat person. Till tomorrow, I'm still a meat person. I used to eat a lot of rapsuya, a lot of nkwobi, iseu, and the rest of it. I mean, I'm a footballer now. We used to eat those things on the road. That's my favorite food side. The other one you say, I know people who have become depressed because of hate watching, both the so-called winning and losing side, and them never know, say them don't they lose their sanity. That's the thing. That's it. One of the reasons why I don't go to viewing center. And so when we use the word viewing center, it's very, very like it's not generalizing. Viewing center that I mean is not like, oh, other place. I'm allergic to body odor. I'm not ashamed to talk up. I'm allergic to body odor. And even my children, I they fight them. My children come back for school, they spend 30 minutes in another bath, we get problem. That could cause it's not supposed to be a problem. I don't get OCD, but I just think if you go out, come back, super bath, smelling fresh should be your part of your responsibility, part of the thing you give to people. Because people like to shake hand, people like to hug. Do you know how bad it is somebody hug you and come close to you and Ogbonduza? You know? So me, I did bath the spray perfume to do live. The people on the show no go smell them, but it's become part of me because back in the day, we won't go take picture, we'll go bath, spray perfumes, go take picture for studio, right? No, that's just it. But some people don't see now. I'm talking Vince and I'm like, oh, and if we come, let's hang out in this lounge. We'll watch this game together. I know they fit. You know why? This one idiot that will now start saying things that does not even relate to football. And then the person will invite you go want me you give your opinion. Why do I need to give that kind of stupid opinion? I did for some like very select WhatsApp group. The reason why there's no sports journalist WhatsApp group why I did because when some people go put one take, they'll call somebody will call tag you say, yeah, what's your take about this one? What's my take about I want to legislate about somebody's stupidity? Let me give you a very good example. When we play, when we're in the World Cup group, I was in one WhatsApp group with some journalists. When I said Nigeria is not going to qualify, at some point it now looked like we're going to qualify. So people were not giving their take. And we're saying, oh, if Nigeria beats this first, Nigeria go to South Africa, beat South Africa, when I come back home and beat Zimbabwe, is it Zimbabwe or Benin Republic, and all those ones were on top of the group. I now wrote, I said, Nigeria can only get a draw in South Africa. There is no way this team or these boys, what would they see so go fit beat South Africa. But if they come Nigeria, they'll go beat Benin Republic. But that time it will be too late. They say the 3 points will be deducted for South Africa. I say, Mona, they wait. Even playoff when I not go. Now, the group ended, we not qualify for playoff. One guy now brought that thing and said, we've qualified for playoff. I said, guys, calm down. Before you did, this is the foolishness that we have. Before you jump to quote me, try and reason. The only reason we qualify for the playoff is because of Eritrea. So we are not playing the qualifiers hoping that Eritrea was going to withdraw. It's Eritrea that pulled that now created this window for us to qualify for playoff. We're not qualified for playoff. The same group again and I ask, hey, what do you think? Edafe, you said we're not qualified. Now we're going to beat Congo, no, Gabon, and anybody between Congo and Cameroon. And I said, yeah, we'll beat Gabon, but I don't think if Cameroon qualify, they'll beat us. If DR Congo qualify, they'll beat us. And somebody said, who they be? I said, you don't check their qualifier. And that's the thing. You don't only look your garden. They think, say, now only you they plant. You check the farm, whether that person they farm 1 hectares of land. You they farm 1 small cubicle. You they say your farm big past everybody. Then we not played. I will not qualify. And I commented, I said, have we qualified? They said, no, that they fielded ineligible players. We're going to protest and they will be kicked out. I said, is that part of... Some people were speaking in technical terms. I just quietly exit the group because I do not have the heart to stomach that level of ignorance and stupidity. But before I left, I remember I said, let me put this to you people. FIFA can never, football never reach the stage where FIFA get the right to legislate against another country's constitution. If you be sports journalist, I expect say you go school. And because you go school, you sabi read and write. You don't need what somebody say. Do your own research. I beg to take my leave. That's why I take leave. When we now find out, say, that time some people, they use the World Cup qualifier, say they farm audience, they farm numbers, my source in FIFA. I ask one guy, say, who you be when you get source for FIFA? Which article you don't write? What thing you don't do? Which production? See, I can sit here and beat my chest, I guess. Look at my WhatsApp status. That's me and Infantino having a conversation. That is enough for me to tell you. But me not go fit talk am. I'm not fit. I know people where they FIFA. An executive committee member of FIFA. Now my friend, my childhood friend, Amaju. But me not fit to say according to a source because there's no FIFA source. I'll tell you anything. The guy was just going about it, and a few people, people even become my enemies because of it. But I kept quiet because before anybody, I knew that our protest was not properly filed. But I left everybody to have their fun. And those ones where they are abroad, where they try collect money from government, when they put them for committee or diaspora scouting committee, they were saying also, oh, FIFA have already given the match to us, giving the slot to Nigeria. They are waiting for official announcement. With the wait for official announcement, I can't go play Jamaica. I can't go beat Jamaica. Congo qualify. Now I can't say they not give us the slot again. They don't already give us the slot and Congo. I've been Nigeria wear Congo JC, just for the fun of it. So those kind of senseless talk. Now, what to make another go view center again? If you walk in Brilla, let me tell you something about Brilla. If you walk in Brilla, I don't know now, but in my group, that's 2004 to 2017 that I left. If you walk in Brilla, you cannot afford not to come with your A game. You cannot afford to. I don't know what that they do now, but that time, when Larry Zambo just sit there on top of matters. You cannot drop the ball. Oh. You cannot. When I say you cannot afford not to be the best. Even if you dey sick, even if you dey die. For as long as you enter that microphone, there's a saying that me and Murphy Jemba used to have. Oh boy, it no matter what they do you, they open this fader. You better be Zidane, Maradona, Pele, and Figo, Thierry Henry, all in one. If not tomorrow, you not go fit talk on the microphone again. Because the man listens to his radio station, even inside bathroom, inside toilets. You can't, and then a person who no sports, he no book, he brilliant die. Forget, see that when you want to talk of the bad things when you do to me, we will talk about it. But let's talk about his good for this conversation. Is Sabi, when I say man where Sabi, live if I they say, I don't know Sabi. We'll talk of the man where the real man where Sabi. Now Dr. Larry Zamoji is Sabi. So if you want to talk for a mic, come complete. You better come complete. If not, the bench where they call you. So that time we prepare, you go read, you go watch match finish, but you will still read about the game report. You won't cover all the syllabus. So that you're not gonna go example, they go say, please, Jide, spare me eye to eat. You know if you get game day fever, you know if you get presentation fever, you must deliver. You be mad. You don't understand. So it was that thing that made I don't feel good Vincent. I know man gonna go here corrupt opinion. I call the talk rubbish. We call us they apart from even the in-house wahala. Call us they will go call you insult you. Don't tell you what you dey talk. What you don't know anything. I beg you. Omawumi Ofeluwa says, how are you able to access stations like TSM Force, Telemundo, and all these foreign stations broadcasting the World Cup despite being in Nigeria? I usually thought we can't access them because of our location. First off, Omawumi, I like to say this to a lot of people, and I've had this people say this thing to me a lot of time. Anything is possible if you get money. Anything is reachable if you get money. As I did here now, so let me explain it to you. If I want to travel to any country, I go apply for visa. I go embassy. My friend, where I sit down for a parlor like this with a gist. He called Canadian embassy, say he wants a 10 years visa renewal. But not only that, there is one boy where they work for him. He want to gift him 4 years visa to Canada. Share the talk say all those things are not possible. Now the phone, now speaker phone, now this phone, they will tell us say we will send somebody from the office to come and take your passport and the guy's passport. They took the passports on a Monday. By Friday, because I called him and said, is it possible? By Friday, come to my office. I went to his office. I went around 11. By 1, when we go eat lunch, and we went to Federal Palace to go eat lunch. And then when we come back, they don't bring the passports. He did for Canadian Embassy Korea like this. He open them. He call the driver and give him the passport. Take it home. Show me the 2 visas. As I did, so I not get anybody for embassy for okay, some like Morocco, all those small embassy, but all these top embassy, I not get their number. So as I did here now, if I sit down, somebody talk say, by phone call you can get a visa. I could look at like say it not be possible. But in this age of internet, and the fact that when I was running Elevator TV radio, people were hosting their server with Nigerian server. I was hosting my radio with a server in Dallas. I still have a Bank of American card. Do you understand? So there are certain things I can access that maybe not everybody can access. That's one. And then there are certain things that are just available. Now you never push the boundaries to access them. The thing I expect you to ask, not be the question you ask, so Maomi. The question is, where you forget the internet, where they power this thing. That's the kind of thing that, if you ask me, it's easy to understand. I used to have, let me show, almost everybody gets up. Remember this thing? Don't mind this 50 they write on a rubbish. Hey God, MTN we want to do business with me. They see this video, the feed just say cancel it, but na rubbish. Forget and MTN now invest, when invest. Now this one, rate feed for internet will just go off. Sometimes they will just get downtime. Then I went to go get NGCom. Before this, I've done Smile, I've done Spectranet, I've done Glow, like every Airtel, all those internet. But my work requires steady internet, high running internet. And then I got Fiber One here. I think the Fiber One is very, very good. So it's has made it possible, for us uh to access all of these things that I can afford to pay for and make it easy. I practically watch channels across the globe. Like I see how this thing is done. And don't forget that it's because of my job. Oh. There are so many people who are not interested in it. It's because of my job because I keep asking, how do I fine tune what I do? Apart from the need to get more subscribers, let's be very honest here. You want more subscribers. Are you going to do the same content? We started with grassroots. We had grew grassroots to produce the Nigerian League. Thank God for that one season where we did that. At least they are still referencing it till today. We're still doing behind the scene consultation for the league because of that work. Because almost everything we said in 2022 are now what they are now about to run into. What they told us that it's not good enough. So all of those means that I must keep. Somebody's asking Fiber One go need light, abi or solar. Fiber One, okay, so you need a smart TV. I have one box here, but that does all the work. But if you have like a Google TV, so I have a normal smart TV. The TV that my children spoiled yesterday, that one is a Google TV. So there are software that can be installed for you and then they work. Fiber One just need lights. So whether na solar, so far electricity come your house, it doesn't matter. So for as long as you have lights, I have light around the clock. So for as long as you have lights, now you go tired to watch. Now you go tired to watch. So it's available, and I think it's available to everybody. Oh, De La Fuentes. It's available to everybody across the globe. It's up to you what you spend your money for. And some, hey, how much you spend on internet? 85,000 naira. That's too much. People with they drink alcohol. One bottle of Martell, how much? I know they drink, so I tell you, but I know say, is it last year? I was in Abuja. One guy, one bros, former NFF vice president, came in. NFA, not NFF, 1993. And I went to go and buy him Mattel. That's the most expensive thing I spend money on. That's it's still paying me till today. Like I spend money on a lot of things, but just think about it. The Mattel was 119K. When I paid that, the blood come on my body. Because why would I spend that much money on alcohol? For what? But I've already agreed to buy for him. I used to think that all these Glenfiddich, Mate, like 25, 15,000, That's what I used to think, oh, when I don't blame him. I know say many people there now they laugh, Sabi Mogu. Yes. But that's how I used to think. That day, that 119,000. I mean, I don't pay 175K for food, plate of food. I don't like, but that's drink. Till today, see the buy. If I see if the bros call me, if I see it call, I didn't answer them again. 190,000 for alcohol. Ogogoro, where they put color. Ah no, I'm not interested though. Raymond Crystal, he said, boss, good afternoon to you. So I joined late. Yes, so you joined late. So I don't almost round up. Oh. Don't do 1 hour 33 minutes. Lord Mayor say, boss, Fiber One go need like yes, just lights, just lights. It's there, man. So it's corner. It's cabled, so not be this one. What's the mechanic about now? Radio, now they send the frequency. So it's a job that I know, so I can explain it. Now my company is part of the company that was installing MTN and Econet and these people mass all across the country. So I know this thing. This thing are radio. So it's not like now the MTN I'm bad, though. But sometimes there'll be interference, and that interference will make you lose signal. But you see what fiber does, eh? For as long as the line is not truncated, and area boys they always do that. They'll go burn things. All these people with the burn things for road, they feel burn things for where the cable they pass up, you go cut. As long as that cable no cut, your signal they come. Your internet is fantastic. Say I'm doing live, I'm watching, like the whole of like a couple of my neighbors are using my password. So because it's for as many users as possible. So just use, right? So that's the good side of the internet. What's if you live in places where the internet is good, like when we were in Morocco, Jesus, if you see how good the internet is, 250 Mbps on a train. When we're on a train going from one state to the other on a 11-hour train journey. We're not getting any place where we they cut, say, okay, no internet, yo, we are off. The minimum is 250 Mbps for speed. When we do speed test as we dey go. I beg you, make internet day to enjoy life good day. Your house will contain you. You saw these trouble people to go get for outside. Get good internet for your house. Yeah, get smart TV, get proper sound system. Your house will contain you. At this time, I say, bros, do you really think Africa coaches can manage games till the end? Look at Senegal, Egypt. I get my doubts about their abilities. I think that so the question from where you ask the question, let me attack it from there. I think that African coaches can learn. My only problem with African coaches and African players is that we think that we need to prove something to Europeans. So, and if you meet anybody that you think you want to prove something to, you kind of become a servant to that person. But if you come into the space and say, look, me and you they hustle for this job, this opportunity. Do your thing, make I do my thing. You would win. But you see that respect, that's wanting to get Europeans to validate you is where we have a problem. It's like it's where we have a problem. So there is this strange thing that come upon us, and I see it a lot. If you go to church, you see a woman who does not have respect for her husband, bowing down for a pastor. He'll be doing daddy, daddy, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. But if you go house, you need to respect your husband. Remember, now your husband, I need to pay rent to. I need to put food on the table. I need to clothe her, take care of her. But she respect one stupid pastor, all in the name of man of God. Is your husband not the man of God over your life? No, those are so generally in a very broad brush now. That's what the African, not just the coaches, there's the players. Because I always say this thing that let's even agree, say the coach don't know what thing they do. But he has selected you, he has brought you here. You are not here. If you're leading a game by 2 goals to nothing with 11 minutes to go, bros, between that 79 minutes to the final whistle, there's nothing about coaching. If you lose that game and the players on the field, I blame. So, as much as we want to sit back and blame the coaches, yes, they have their blame. They have their blame. But I also still think that there is a big portion of the blame that the players needs to also take, especially those players that have had experience playing abroad. Players needs to be able to command respect from their European or foreign players and also be able to organize their team and tell them, oh boy, and see what they do. When you see an opposition tactics change on the field, you should be able to tell your mate, it's the inexperienced one, that, oh guys, see what they try to do, see what you go do, see what you go do. Speak your language. Say something to your teammates. It is allowed. There's no law against it. Say something to your teammate. Tell your teammate. If I wish I have a tactical board that for explain something because I was watching the England versus is it the Congo that England played that they were one go down for long? Yeah. I was watching that game. And as I was watching it here, I was saying there's no way England will not win this game. Not because England was superior. The game where England shows superiority is the Mexico game. But the reason why England will win this game is how DR Congo scored and I went back and believed that once they get the ball, listen, how do you win a football match? First, you control possession. Secondly, that possession that you control, you put the ball in the net more than your opponent. Is that not all these tactics, everything I will talk about? That's how you win a football match, right? So let me take people's mind to 2004. when Greece won the Euros. Very, very unusual year. But Greece won the Euro. What did Greece do? Otto Reager was their coach. They sat back, soaked the pressure, and they didn't play Mumutimu. They played against, I think, Spain, France, Portugal twice, opening match and final match. They soak the pressure, they hit you on the counter. But when they come back, when they receive the ball, there is a fundamental flaw in getting the ball and kicking the ball upfield when none of your players did it. Because look at it this way. Let's say this is the full field. Yeah, this is the length of the field. You're defending this way. This is Egypt. This is the middle of the field. Just follow me. I just play. This is who did Egypt? Who knocked Egypt out of the tournament? Who eliminates Egypt from the tournament again? Is it Norway? Shit. Who eliminates Egypt to Argentina? So this is Argentina. This is Egypt. The first 45 minutes, one thing was established. Egypt were faster than Argentina. Argentines were more skillful, but they were faster. Julian Alvarez was useless. Messi is a star player, so there's a fear factor. Even though he wasn't doing much, but you know that something can come from him. But Julian Alvarez, that was a useless player on the day, means that Egypt have one more man over them. Messi, that's not tracking back, means that they have two more players over them. Now, they scored the first goal, they scored the second goal, that was disallowed. Then they scored the second goal again, that was allowed. So they're leading 2-0. But Egypt started playing only in this half. This is where they go, they're there for filling station, and they use fire, they play. They started playing the ball over here. Whenever they get the ball, instead of, okay, let's zigzag our way and come to this side, even if we not go score there, let's make sure that whatever happens, foul or anything happens in their half, they start playing the ball in their half. Once they get the ball, they boom the ball. Now, turn to this place. Here, you have Argentine players, nobody pressing them. So they control the ball here. They settle down. They raise their head. They know where their teammates are. Now, Argentina have realized that we cannot go through their middle because their middle is too tight. It's tighter than a virgin. What now happened? Providence, because I can't say they play rough against the key player for Egypt. His name was Hassan. Hassan got injured. He was the only player in that midfield that was able to hold the ball, wriggle his way through one or two Argentine players. They lost that player. They brought in someone else, and that guy could not do anything at all. So, in this space, for as long as they were sitting here, try and understand the psychology of it. The Argentine players know that these guys, even though they are leading us 2-0, they are afraid of us. That's the psychology of football. If you are not afraid of me, you cannot get possession and just bump it up. You should be able to beat the press because that's what modern day football, that's what today's football is. If I think I'm better than you, you're coming to me, not be big deal. You're coming to me, press me, it's not a big deal. I know I will beat the press. And the kind of heavy press you're putting on me means that you are short on one or two at the back. What do I now do? Put two people on the wide side. We beat the press to the middle, give to them, and then one other extra player from our team go to the middle so that this guy on the wide on the left will join. If we that's how they score their second goal now. If we can score, we score. But we cannot just make them get possession on a platter of gold. Unfortunately, that's what happened. Yesterday's game, France was a better, superior team to Morocco. There's nothing to blame anybody for. Football just happened. But you see that Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, DR Congo, Cape Verde, and Egypt, it was terrible. But then I'm not going to blame DR Congo and Cape Verde. It's their first time. For Cape Verde, it's their first time ever. For DR Congo, it's their first time in 54 years. You know, they've transitioned from Zaire to DR Congo, and they may not even know how to play the World Cup. But when you have players of Senegal, players of Cote d'Ivoire, players of Egypt, who have played amongst the elite competition, you know, making schoolboy error that cost them the place against a team that look like on the day they are supposed to beat. I have a problem with that mindset. I have a problem with that station of mindset where you station yourself in a place that we are not supposed to win these people. We are not even better than them. You know that Egypt are doing open bus ride for their country today. As I talk to you, so they do open bus ride. Oh. What did they win? That's Africa. Netherlands will not do open bus ride. No other country, Croatia is not doing it, but Egypt is doing an open bus ride. From the airport, come now, open bus, they take them. The whole traffic in Egypt. For what? What did they win? That they won a knockout group game. What sense does it make? But hey, so to answer your question, it's not just a coaching team, it's a collective of both coaches and players. That's the reason why a Zimbabwe can come to Nigeria and draw with us. That's the reason why a Lesotho will play Nigeria and not be afraid. Because you need to be able to impose yourself in a football game and let people worry about you, fear about you, that what you bring to the party. But unfortunately, we do not have that. I'm sorry. Uh uh Omaumi says, I really would like to watch all these foreign stations aside the usual everyday super sports. I've stopped watching DSTV since 2020 May. And my reason was I communicated my reasons to them. We pay premium. I pay premium like since forever, right? And then the Premier League went off during the COVID period, and then they came back. But a lot of content went off. A good business would communicate to its customers and say, look, oh, because the value of what we have given you has shrink, we would like to, we cannot refund you cash, but what we can do for you is, instead of this thing running 30 days before you pay, okay, me, I was paying 6 months, yeah, we now want to give you an extra 1 month or two or so. That is customer service that I value and I respect. They didn't make that attempt. And I said, okay, you know what? This guy does not have respect for me. It's my money. There are so many other things we can argue about, but this one are my money. And since you do not have value for me, this is. Then I started watching only YouTube. I started watching YouTube, and then I started realizing, wait, oh, I pay for things in the US with ease. I pay like an American citizen, right? Okay, why not use the resources that I have and get it? And so that's how I get access to all of that shit. So it's available. Among if you want it, you can have it. You can send me a message on my DM if you have any of my social media. I think I can try and help you sort it out and see where we can go from there. Movies. If not movies, I have a channel that show live movie. All this one movie. I have channel that show live movies every single day. Like I'm on cinema every single day. I have a tutorial. Now I used to pay for Netflix, used to pay for Amazon Prime and the rest of them. Uh, that's yesterday's life. The Larry, why you say that blood will come out for your body? Naim them they call virtue. Elegbete no could kill me for, but not true na. 119K for mate. How you go destroy somebody? That means somebody kidney and be liver. I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg. I beg, I beg. For poison, is that how expensive it is to die? Now everybody they commit suicide anyhow. How much be what's that poison, that rat killer? What's the difference? I beg, I beg, I beg. Let me say, boss, former Senegal manager and the current one, who do you think is tactically better in your opinion? I think the two of them are good, but the current manager is good, but I just think that like what Keshi did in 2014, he got it right to the Afcon, but I think the World Cup overruled him and his selection, his choice of player. Why was Sebastian Haller not playing for Cote d'Ivoire? That's one question we need to ask. But for Senegal, I think that the way he picks his team, I think Yan Diomedi is made to play too static. And that's a tactical thing. It's not a player thing because we see how he plays for his club. It's too static, and then it's not giving that ability to interchange position when you want to. Like you have Doku do for Man City, like you have what's it called? Dewey, Jeremy Dewey. Yes, Jeremy Dewey do for France. So those are some of the things that you look at, and then that becomes a problem. Look at the freedom that Olise have playing in the French team. That freedom makes him happy and also make him play well, makes him create. He's the highest creator in this tournament now, right? So the team that the coach set up this tournament is too rigid. In the AFCON, they were better, they were more expansive, more expressive. But in this tournament, there's a bit of fear, there's a bit of I not do, mo no go. That's the thing that I don't like about it. But hey, it is what it is. Let me go to the final phase. It was almost 2 hours now. 10 more minutes. At this time, I say, let me say Argentina. Yeah, I don't know. At this time, I say my agent. What do you mean by my agent? At this time, I says excitedly. My point. I think the coach at that point, the coach noticed that his team were sitting back. He should have asked them to adjust their tactics. Simple. Because that's waiting all those people where they behind, where they say backroom staff. What are they doing? One person carrying one laptop, one iPad. What the hell are you watching? You're not there to just come watch football and enjoy. You're there to help. I said, coach, the pendulum is swinging this way. They press us, so that will change the compass. Mama will adjust the whole thing so that there's a balance. You cannot be 2 goals up, the 79 minutes of a game. That you've suffered the suffer. Beat Argentina. See, I don't hate Argentina. Nobody say, oh, because Portugal come out now. No, I don't hate Argentina. Their progress, they deserve it. But you see, you would only have these opportunities once in a lifetime. Saudi Arabia beat this Argentina team. From one goal down, they came and scored 2 goals. It's not like it is impossible. But you see, when African teams play this kind of game and they go back home and they are happy, people celebrate them, there's a problem. The players now don't know that they've done something wrong. It's like I was telling that guy, that my friend that called me during this live. I was telling him the other day, I said, say Super Eagles players don't know, say failure to qualify for the World Cup is a wrong thing. They don't know. Have you seen any official apology from the players? You see Italian players apologizing. Have you seen our players officially apologize to Nigerians? Say, my people want to know this. Now, shame. This thing that we did is painful. We know what it costs. Just some random tweets. Make it just come from them, the players. Have you seen it? You've not. The players do not know that failing to qualify for the World Cup is a big deal. They've not. that's how you know. And when you look at the Egyptian team, they don't feel like they lost. Oh. They will go home and say they were robbed. Oh, FIFA work against us. No, Oga, no. 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 You scored 2 goals and you went to sit back. If you were sitting back from the start, you wouldn't have scored 1 goal. Whatever you did to score those 2 goals, you should have continued it. Look for the third goal if you can't get it, but make sure you hold on to the ball and not in your own 18-yard box, not in your final fucking third. And I know this. It's in the pain me. Soccer King is saying a lot of African teams suffer from low expectations, mediocrity, and inferiority complex. The mind is a powerful tool. If you will win or not, start first from your head and mind. Listen, you see this thing where Soccer King talks so. Soccer King 157. I know it sounds like the makings or the cliches of public speakers and motivational speakers, but not the truth. I always tell my team, it's like, I said, anything we would achieve, before we achieve them, we must don't conceive them. We don't warehouse them in our belly, in our head. We can't leave them like, yes, we go feed them, and then it go happen. 4 days ago, Joy called me. It's like, bros, are we still going to WAFCON? And I said, yes. I know I don't have a dime. Like, there's no money. I'm spending money. My friend is sick. And my wife, I'm spending money that I don't have. And I don't have any source. There's no fund coming from anywhere. I also do not have anything to sell again like I did for December. But I said yes. And the reason why I said yes is because I can still wait till that day when the tournament started. And I said, okay, we eventually didn't get the money. So, guys, come now, let's plan for the next AFCON and the next year's Women's World Cup. But at this stage, it would be wrong for me, who have conceived in my head that we're going to AFCON and WAFCON again after last year's own, after going to AFCON in December, and then all of a sudden I just start saying no. So I put them on notice. My accreditation, I applied for accreditation on the last day. They opened that window for accreditation twice. Last year, they closed the window, they not change, shift the hosting to this year. The last day was when I applied, because originally my plan was to send Negi, Joy, and Mikolo. But then I started feeling this whole idea of, why not go to Morocco again, have a sit down with the FA, and talk to them about coming to do regular quarterly update on the facilities that they are building for the 2030 World Cup. So I applied the last day. I don't get my accreditation now. I got my accreditation from CAF. Some people will apply long ago, never even get their own. I have gotten mine. Let me show you something. Oh shit. That's the accreditation. Why am I saying this? It's exactly what Soccer King has said. I have always carried this attitude of, if I want something, I put my whole heart to it. Eh? If like made the world crumble, it go happen. Oh. When we came back from WAFCON last year, the end of July, I didn't have a dime. I was broke. But I told all of my team that, don't worry, 8 or 10 of us will go AFCON. I'm bringing Emmanuel from the UK to work with us, so that I can pitch to him. I didn't bring Emmanuel to work. I brought him to pitch to him face to face that, guy, I want you to be my UK reporter. And I respect you enough. I can't fly to the UK, but I respect you enough to fly you here and negotiate this with you. This is what I'm planning. I gave him a full presentation of where I want this channel to go, how far we can walk, and what can happen. And before you know it, we were doing Unity Cup. Before you know it, just have the same thing with football. You win or lose matches in the dressing room. You see the way French players, when they come out, people call it arrogance. It's not arrogance. It's the belief that I better pass you. Not be pride. To play football and win it, 20 people, 20 guys, 10 people here, 10 people here, goalkeeper they go, they run after one round ball. You have to believe that you can do something better than the other person for you to enter that field. If you don't get that belief before you come, if you they look the people for the tournament, oh boy, see these guys, so they better pass us. Bros, they're gonna win you. Even if they set you with 5 goals ahead, they're gonna win you. Some people, when you reach the end of life, and there's something called the end of life. What's the end of life? I believe that life is in 3 phases. There's a life where you are a child and you grow up to become a teenager. There's a life where you're a young adult. There's a life, there's a phase, let's say from age 0 to 25 or 30. First phase. From 30 to 50. Second phase. From 50 and go. I call it the end of life. That's my own belief. Oh. You see, when you reach that place, the only thing you now have, the only asset you now have is the story you keep telling people, your children, your grandchildren, when we went here, when we did this. You will not be writing application at the age of 50 now. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to run anybody down. You shouldn't be. It's not, I'm not mocking anybody. Life can happen and it goes differently. But that time is story time. I make in our culture now elders they tell story. Egberi. Now, elders, they tell stories. You don't become elder. You begin to tell story of your adventure, what you did with your life. First phase and second phase. You can't go through life not believing that you can conquer and take a lot of souvenirs for that final phase. Most of these African teams, like my brother said here, there's low expectation. The bar when we get this so low. That's why a team can go to a tournament, come second, we will host them in the presidential palace, and then give them $100,000. I'm not saying giving footballers money is bad, but when you fail, you should be told that, oh God, you don't fail. Oga, you fail. That's why after second, they came third. They still see it as no big deal. They didn't qualify for the World Cup. We see that the bars are too low. The bar, as an African, our bar too low. It is so low that if among your circle of friends, maybe you have 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 friends, you know that if your friend walk up to you and say, next month, I'll buy a private jet, almost all of una for that circle go do you. You don't start, you don't decrease. You say, who is the supplier? Friends, but that same kind of circle in America, somebody go talk like that. The others go say, guy, do we need to invest in it? So it's not just their country that makes them better. It's just the belief. So when I hear people talk things about white privilege, white superiority, there's a reason why. Nobody want to have people with low mentality, low bar, low expectation around them. I always tell people, I say, I am not living in seclusion because I'm a snob. I hate to say you something that I want to do and 10 people tell me it's not possible. It is almost impossible for you to succeed in that kind of environment. So you know what? Stay in your own space. Have 2 or 3 friends who think like you, who see the life like you, and then run with them. Are you going to face obstacles? Of course. Are you going to face challenges? Of course. Are things going to be difficult? Oh, the more you want, the more your dream big, the more likely you're not going to succeed. But you see, we're sitting here and it feels like we're not going to WAFCON. Even this morning, somebody called me from MTN. I was telling me, oh, see the challenges he's facing. He really wants to send us, sign up us with us. But the other people, do I know somebody in this office? I said, I don't know anybody. And I told him, I said, well, I've gone before without MTN. I go still go again. If I put my mind to it. As I man, I like the way you think anyway. I said, don't worry. Now, while I'm doing this live, somebody called me. Out of the blues, the person I've not discussed WAFCON with, he just brought a WAFCON deal. And he told me all he needs is just, he wants to use my company name to run it. Then he also requires that my team will go. Does that not already apply that we will go to WAFCON if he is able to sign it up? It has to be on the inside with you first. You have to first believe it. Hold on. My kids are back. Rendo, how are you? Yes, I'm live. What's that? I bet, come on, my friend. Young man, how are you? Yes, you can. How are you? Yes, you can. Big man, how are you? Okay. Okay, where's your school bag? Okay. Huh? Do I know? Yes, I do.
Hi.
My teacher, my friend, 12 you. 12 you. On lucky tablets.
How are you?
Yay.
Good to see you. Welcome back.
Yes. Hello. Like and subscribe for
Oh, yeah.
Aura.
Bye bye. Get out of my life.
My Aura is too fast.
I've been on your videos one time, right?
You say what?
I've been on your videos one time, right?
Yes, you have. You have been. Thank you. And thank you for that. Why are you wasting my body spray?
So, that's not good.
Lord Mayor say, boss, you are talking about Ivory Coast. I meant Senegal. No, I brought the two together. Now. I think I brought the two together. Lord Mayor say, why I asked? Because both coaches are AFCON winning coach for Senegal. I think the two of them are good, but you see, so you can be good in one place and then another environment can overrule you. Let me give you a good example. The year that Remo Stars won the league. They were good in the Nigerian league. Credit to them. They were a good team. They played well. Fantastic team. But when they went on the continent, I speak with their players. I speak with their players. And most of them were like, bros, when we see those Mamelodi Sundowns players, we start regretting our life. I say, it is in that moment you lose. You don't already lose. He said, bros, when you see their training jersey, their warming up jersey alone, it better pass our match day jersey. See their boots, see their kit manager, their water. They came with everything. So psychologically they were out. So when you see Mamelodi Sundowns beat them 4 goals to nothing, I be how many be the scoreline for Ikene, they had already lost the game. When they went away, they played better because now they're like, okay, let's brace ourselves and stay football. But they had lost the game. So it's the mindset. Environment can overrule you. There's something I told a few players some time ago. I said, listen, when the season ends, travel to US. Not because you want to show off. You have an agent. There's a reason why your agent is making money. Tell your agent that they should organize a meet and greet or a meet with the LeBron James of this world, the Kevin Durant of this world. Just have a sit down with them. You see that podcast that Rio Ferdinand is doing? Just go and appear. Go and have a chat. Playing football is one thing. Working within the social confine and building your own social currency with the if you look at Nigerian players, let me just use Nigerian players as example or African players as example. You will see Mbappe will finish. Mbappe during this World Cup now, Mbappe knows almost all the presenters by their name and he talk about their shows. Mbappe knows what's the name of this guy? Gordon something. The Late Show host. Why am I even? What's that guy that does the late show? You remember him? That British boy.
Jimmy something.
No, not Jimmy Kimmel, not Fallon.
Jimmy something. Jimmy something.
James Gordon.
Yeah.
Thank you. High five.
Upstairs TV is working now.
But it doesn't. It will go off again. I tried.
It's offing. It's not offing now.
You're not the one that said it now. Why are you doing like anyone that said it?
Because like
It's not offing.
everybody
Okay, then it's
does
good.
it outside.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. Come and give me a high five. My darling, you're the best. James Gordon. If you see the rapport, you will know that this guy either has done his homework or they've connected before. But if you look at the African player, and this is not disrespect to anybody. Our biggest player wants to hang out with Portable, wants to hang out with, no disrespect to them. That hanging out is not discrimination, it's not bad. But you see, you need to raise the ladder so that the people behind you can also climb higher. You're not doing it for you. I'm not trying to hang out with FIFA president because it will do me any good. No, it's not going to do me any good. But it might do Joy, Timothy, Mikolo, Emmanuel Sebastian, and the rest a lot of good. And my name cannot open door for them. My relationship cannot open door for them. It's very important. Those social currency is what we don't have. So when we get to the big stage, almost everybody can swim in a swimming pool. Sure, you know. Until you enter water. But then river get different type. There is stream, there is lake, there is river, there is sea. Then there is turbulence. Not the one for sky, the one for water. Can you swim against the tide? That's when you become like a power block. So now those places, our players know they. All the player again. I did one analysis for one TV station, and I said to them that if you claim that a referee is robbing you because of Messi, the question is, do you have players that are big enough that referees will rob other team because of them? The answer is no. The other day, I saw two Nigerian journalists post something that they were at the Argentine training ground and they called out Messi and Messi waved them. And it's a big deal. Yes, it would. Maybe I would do like that. I don't know. That's the same way our players behave. But I'm very certain if they call our players and our players wave them, they won't do that. You know why? Our players are small. So it's also that persona that we've not been able to create. So when we get to the World Cup, we go from, alligator that we are in Africa to a war gecko. That's just the situation, unfortunately. People might not like what Soccer King said here, but it's the truth. It's the mindset that controls everything. Your mind is what controls your reality. Even Bible says, guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. So, now day. If you think, say, you be failure, my brother, you go fail. If you think, say, you be winner, even with, when you so Gary, you see yourself as a winner. Haven't you seen people will tell you things like, be humble. You carry yourself. Wait till they even feel like safe. It's not like what you're doing is wrong, but they just feel like everybody at your level, at your station should be under. So once you start rising up, no, it's not good. It's not good. You're not humble. You're not a good person. What's that? Where did I stop now? One player did. Adams did. I can't. Akko Adams. Yeah, but we need a consistent one of it. Jerry Sampson 168. He say, welcome, bros. Thank you very much. Soccer King say, good to see your CEO's employer, the people you work for. Yeah, guys, I think I've reached the point where I need to pack up now. My kids are back from school, so I need to make food for them and then make sure they are properly battered and properly set up. So I need to go. Yeah, no matter how interesting and lovely this our chat has been, and I wish I could do more and stay for longer, I have to be a father, right? So don't take it offensive. Don't be angry with me. I'm not supposed to be apologizing for it. This is my primary responsibility. Let me go and do my primary duties instead of focusing so much on my secondary duty, and then I lose that in my primary responsibility. But thank you all the same for everybody who's joining, people who click on the like, new subscribers who subscribe to the channel. Those of you who have been here forever and you want to see this channel grow, please talk about the channel to your friends, your people, your circles, and everyone. Help us. Hopefully, I'll be back again tomorrow or the day after or the day after or the day after. Depends anyway. So thank you very much. God bless you. My name once again is Daffy Matthew. You love to come with the Lego on the sports. It's been a wonderful 2 hours and 11 minutes plus. God bless you all and have a lovely Friday. Big T Cool. Say happy Friday. Same to you, bro. Bye bye.